We're live. Good evening. How are you? How are we doing? Hope you're all doing well. So tonight, or this evening, or this morning, or this afternoon, wherever it is, wherever you are, we are taking our beloved A320 from Wellington, New Zealand, and we're going to head down to Queenstown. Hey, how you doing? Notifications working? That's always a good sign. That's always a relief. So yeah, today we are going from Wellington down to Queenstown. It should be a really cool flight. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to try and do the final part of it as much as we can by hand. Although we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's really, really nice approach into Queenstown, New Zealand. Very, very cool indeed. Hey Dylan, how's it going? So, let's check that out. I think the passengers are going to have to jump. Anyway, let's hop in. Weirdly, it hasn't given me any information here about Queenstown, so we may need to think on our feet a little bit as we make our way in. Go with that. Oh, you're not well, Dylan. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can give you a bit of a chilled hour or so on our way down to Queenstown, if nothing else. Right, let's get batteries on, external power. Do our navs. EPU master. And then start. And we'll wait for the available light to appear. Come on. So I'm hoping for no falling through taxiways or anything like that tonight. Available. Nice. APU bleed. That's the hope anyway. Where was the last one? I don't know. Was it the last evening one I did? We're in Seattle. And I fell through the runway. So, it's all good fun. Right, fuel pumps. On. Crew supply. Let's arm the emergency exits. Smoking to auto. Right. That should do us for the minute. I can't see any white lights. So we'll wait for this all to come to life. Meantime, (1006). So I've got DLSS on at the moment, and it is good for reducing the amount of load on my GPU, which in turn reduces the amount of power that it uses. So actually, if you're doing this kind of stuff like real-time flying, that can make a big difference. It can make a substantial difference to like your power bill, but I don't. The stuff on the screens, it just seems a little bit fuzzier. So I'm just, if you see me zooming in on stuff a little bit more, it's just because I'm conscious of that, and I want to try and get it through to you on the stream as much as possible. Yes, I have set boarding speed to instant. There's no way I'm waiting for that again. Sat there for like 15 minutes, like, come on, hurry up. I've got the plane set up, ready to go. Alright. So for whatever reason, ChartFox wouldn't work for the charts for the for the New Zealand airports, and I think it's because the website that it scrapes it from, before it lets you see the chart, it gives you like a terms and conditions thing you must agree to, basically saying it's not their fault if you like use the chart and mess up in real life, I think. So of course ChartFox doesn't know what to do with that, so it just throws up a load of HTML at us and not the actual chart. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way today. I've printed them off. So that's okay. That's all good fun. I've forgotten what I was even doing now. Probably look at the flight plan. Oh, okay, check Navigraph. I will keep that in mind. I think we'll be okay with what we've got now, though. So the plan is today we're going off on runway 34, so we're heading north, more or less, out of the airport, which might seem counterintuitive, given that we're supposed to be heading south to the South Island of New Zealand. So we're going to go on the KLM 4P, so it's obviously truncated the M. We just got KL 4P, but that's obviously the one we want. And we're going to go on a transition to Sabda. So I'm hoping Sabda's going to appear if we scroll. There it is! Look at that. It's almost like I planned it. So if we insert that, obviously I can't see it up here yet, but look at that, we've got quite a lot of constraints on the go, so that's cool. So I'm going to clear that probably in a few moments. Now this is where it gets interesting coming into Queenstown. I'm just trying to see where it's trying to take us. Cool, so it takes us as far as Elruv, which is the starting position of our star. So we do, blimey, what's it going to be? RNAV. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure which one I should be choosing. If I just do runway 23, there we go. And we'll go for Elru 4B. That should take us to a waypoint, if we pop it in, called Atkill. So it takes us to Elruv, yeah. Then it goes to Pampu at 15,000, which matches my chart, thank goodness. Decel into, there it is on the chart, Ekbox, yeah, 10,000. Then to Atkill. Then from Atkill there is actually still quite a bit to do. So what does CF mean? I kind of feel like that should stand for something and I'm not entirely sure what. So basically we need to put our own waypoints in now after Atkill. So the plan is we go Atkill, then to QN 780. Oh, it's not QWERTY, it always confuses me. So wherever I click, it's going to put what I type in above it, I think. So if I do there, where's that going to put it? Yeah, nice. So Atkill, QN 780. This is all me reading off the charts. QN 775. Check the route. Usually it throws in a waypoint all the way in America or something. Yeah, we'll have a look. Ah, this is alive. Nice. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah, so here's Atkill. Oh, okay, so it's just like the last bit off the runway. We'll leave that in there, that's fine. I kind of thought that's probably what it'd be. Right, QN 770. So basically this is us drawing a path through the terrain. The QN 780, we need to be at 8,600 feet. Then at QN 775, we stay at 86. QN 770, we need to be at 7,500. I apologise if this is boring, but I don't know. We've got a lot of choice, really. Then we go to a waypoint called ATVUP. ATVUP. And that one we need to be at 6,700. Then we go to QN 760. And 5,100 feet. QN 775. A lot of QNs, aren't there? This will all be worth it, I promise. Ah! Did I do it wrong? What did I do? QN 755. No, I must have done something wrong. We need to be at 4,200 feet. Looking at the path this is drawing, it's quite remarkable. Then we go to Larov. L-A-R-A-V. And at Larov, we have to be at 3,000. Oh no, we don't want that. 3,300 feet. Now from there, should be, we zoom ourselves out a bit, we can see the map. Yeah, look. See this path we've drawn. Let's start from Wellington. So Wellington, we're going to be heading north. Do a bit of a loop. Then we start heading south to the east of the South Island, gradually making our way in overland. Basically a straight line. Then we get to Atkill. And the Atkill is the start, the first waypoint in our star. Then these are all the waypoints we just plotted. So we're kind of manoeuvring ourselves around all this terrain because there's a lot of mountains. Then we end up right there at CF. So if I get rid of this Discontinuity. Is it going to mess things up? It shouldn't do because it's quite... Yeah, nice. Nice. And we'll go for a visual approach all the way down. Whew. Right, that's that done. That is that done. Alright, let's get rid of that. External power. Thank you for bearing with me through that. If you're still here, of course. Alright. Let's go to the perf panel. Flaps 1/UP0.1. Heavy today. Reasonably. Full aircraft. Alright, so we've got QNH set to local. Dashes. Right, it might be a good time to just have a quick look. Put our constraints on. Have a quick looky. So we've got 1200 feet as we come out. And then basically 180 knot speed limit. Then it's a case of climbing up to flight level 380. Then we go 150, 10. Why has it got that? Flight level 380 for Atkill. Hill needs to be 10,000. There we go, that's looking good. That's looking good. Alright, let's check. Thrust levers are set to idle, engine switches are off. Okay, I think we can start thinking about getting ourselves pushed back in a moment. Okay, so our parking brake is on, windows are closed, external power is available, seatbelts. Get our beacon on. Alright, so the plan for the pushback. It's better. We'll push back and see if we can get ourselves facing back there. Although I had a bit of an issue with the... Had a bit of an issue with the thing working last time. So, no promises, eh? I love that animation it does at the end, just clunk. It's like, okay, we're on. Right, Parking brake off. Nice. Let's go. Let's go for wrong way. Let's go for that way. I'm never sure which way it's going to go. Luckily there's no one else parked. Go. Tug. We thank you for your service. Go. Go on, clear off. Well done. Alright. See if we can get some engines on the go. That's a good sign. Button. Looking good. We are looking good. Okay, let's get that back to normal. APU bleed off. APU master off. Set auto brake to max in case of difficulties, let's say. Set flaps to 1. Ground spoilers are armed. Let's get some lights on the go. Strobes on, taxi on. Runway turn offs, put those on as well. Alright. We are ready for a taxi. Wellington is pretty. Gently taxi ourselves around. No mad rush. I always find this approach into Wellington quite tricky. Just because it's kind of much like San Francisco. It's like you've got water, 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 water. About 2 foot of land, then it's a runway. I always find that tricky just because something about the water, you can't... It doesn't really give a lot away. There's no obvious little landmarks or anything like that that you can gauge distance from. All you've got is your instruments. Go down to the next one. Give ourselves a bit more of a run up. Right. Just going to hold short here for a second. Star config. Take off config normal, that's always good. Okay, sort out our lights. Nose take off. Landing lights on. And our strobes are on. Good. Let's make our way out. Let's make our way out. Gonna put 3,800, 38,000 in the window. Because we've got no altitude restrictions on our star out of New Zealand. Wellington. Can't talk. What's wrong with me? Right, let's go for a rolling start. Let's get straight off. Let's go straight. Straight out. A little bit of wind on the plane that I can feel. Able to correct with a bit of rudder. Alright, let's rotate. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay, we're doing speed. Blimey, that's a bit much, isn't it? I don't know why it always does that. Thought I've set that to what I needed it to be, but obviously not. There we go. We've got a speed limit of 180 knots as we come up to the next waypoint. It's Wellington. That is a very, very pretty little airport right there. Love to get out there someday, just to see it. Like seeing it on here, it kind of almost, it's like a bit of a try before you buy. If you're ever thinking of travelling somewhere, just fly there on here and get a sense for the place. Marvellous stuff. Alright, let's have a look. Once we get past this waypoint, we can increase our speed a little. Just passing 5,000 feet. Here we go. What an amazing piece of the world. On 8,000 feet now. Soon be time for our transition altitude. All that good stuff. The big old turn. Hey, hello Nick, how you doing? You okay? Alright. Time to pay attention, coming up on 10,000 feet. Good, 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 glad to hear it. Is the wind really that strong? I guess it could be. It does feel awful windy though. Well, it's not till you get up here that you realise there isn't a lot of it's not a lot of sea in between the North and South Island, is there? Surprising that. Yeah, there's Wellington where we took off from. I guess the city sort of sprawls up around here, like, is this the harbour? And I guess that's all that separates the two. So our SID, as in our official route out of Wellington, the sanctioned route, takes us out mostly probably the same distance we've travelled again out into the sea. So I think the weather might be bugged. Because that is quite a wind. We had the same thing again in Australia. Doing live weather. What happens if we don't do live weather? Because that seems awfully strong. I've just looked up the forecast and it is not. Should we go for a few clouds? Let's do clear skies. It's too good of a route to block it with clouds, I think. Maybe we'll just have a couple. Yeah, that's better. Ask me, Nick. I don't follow what you're saying, Nick. Sorry. You've lost me. Right. Let's look at the plan. So we are going... We're going to flight level 380, and we need to be at flight level 150 by Pampu. Which is only 289 miles away. What do we need to be at? Flight level 150. So you know what this means, don't you? 38,000. We want to go down to 15,000. We want to do it at 2,000 feet per minute. Obviously we're going to speed up a little bit. So actually we're not probably going to be at cruise for all that long, which makes sense considering it's not a particularly long flight, although it does get quite interesting the nearer we get to Queenstown. Good views. This one for now. Where are we flying next? I'm not sure yet, Nick. Tomorrow morning we'll do Darwin to... I've forgotten the name of the place already. Somewhere between Darwin and Perth. Hey, Beats Route. This needs, don't you? A flight this scenic needs some lo-fi. How's the audio mix? Engine's too high, too low? Be back in 2 minutes. Alright, we're back. That's a very cool view. It's coffee time, is it, Nick? Not for me, it's not. It's too late now. I'll be up all night if I have coffee. Just check in on the cockpit here, see how things are going. Another 10,000 feet to go. We're 250 miles away from where we need to be at 15,000. So we just need to be mindful of the fact we're probably going to need a good 100 miles to slow down and to descend to that. That's not bad, is it, that? That is quite a view. Quite the view indeed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the approach. It's going to get quite busy. I'm going to have a lot to do. Have to make sure I manage the energy of the plane quite effectively. Plus, when we hit the waypoint where we are allowed to when we get to 10,000, we not only need to be at 250, we actually need to be at 230, so we're going to need to plan that in. When am I going to fly the 747? That's a good question. It's a tricky one, that, because I almost feel like the 747 deserves a route. Deserves a route that's appropriate for it. Hello, Tom. You keeping alright? Hope everything's well. Yeah, my problem with the 747, besides flying it, is kind of feel like it deserves a long haul route. It's kind of the point of that aircraft, isn't it? And for me to be doing, like, I don't know, Gatwick to Alicante, or somewhere that's like a 1 hour, 2 hour flight, feels a little bit not quite right somehow. And the issue there is that I don't have time for long haul, not at the moment. Yeah, the flight's going well, thanks, Tom. We're doing Wellington to Queenstown, so we just left Wellington. You can just see it disappearing there off the mini-map. And we're making our way down. It's going to be a very cool approach, kind of navigating the landscape, so to speak, weaving our way through the terrain, because it gets quite hilly down there. Thing I want to check. Yeah, look, we've got no data for Queenstown. So I wonder if we could tune nearest airports. Cessna Citation. Never tried it. Never tried it. Is that like a private jet style thing? Yeah, I'm quite tempted by the Honda Jet. I don't know what it is about the Honda Jet. Something quite cool about that plane. I was saying on the last stream, I think it's because something about it being, I mean, I think it's like $5 million to buy one, which is completely out of my price range, but I'd like to think if I was like a multi-millionaire, but a relatively modest multi-millionaire, maybe that would be my plane. Like, I wouldn't drop like 95 million on an Airbus or something, but 5 million, yeah, I could maybe think about that. In terms of like proportions that you would spend on things if you had like big money. And for the record, I do not, but if I did, 5 million seems like a sensible price for something that can get you anywhere in the world, that you could potentially learn to fly yourself. You could spend that on a car almost. You get the Bugattis and things like that. That'd be the dream, wouldn't it? If you had your own plane and you could just be like, let's go to New York this weekend. That'd be pretty amazing thing to do. What an incredible landscape, look at that. Isn't this where they shot the Lord of the Rings movies, New Zealand? You can kind of see why, can't you? I don't know whether it's the North or the South Island, but they're both quite spectacular, aren't they? Oh, hello, TK. Switch to the Phoenix A320, you will not regret it. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But my wallet is still hurting after buying the 737 from PMDG, so... kind of feel like once this gets VNAV, the fly-by-wire, and I know they're working on it and it's in the dev builds and stuff, I feel like once the stable version gets VNAV, that would be a big step forward to the fly-by-wire. I'm guessing that the A380 that fly-by-wire developed would also reap the benefits of that as well. Yeah, I'll give you that with the sounds, TK. I've noticed that watching people stream with it. It's like, wow, those sounds, it's like, that is very, very close to what I recall from being in the aircraft myself. Very, very close. Whereas, yeah, the fly-by-wire, not so much. Yeah, you can't complain, but... I think that's the first thing I noticed actually about the PMDG is like, wow, the sound on this thing is really, really a big step up over like the default stuff you get with the game. I need to do another stream in the 737. I feel like I'm doing kind of like 9/8 out of 10 streams in this thing, which I love. I always feel half afraid of the 737. Like I'm not quite there with it yet. My confidence isn't quite as high. There's only one way to change that. But equally, I don't want to keep doing poor quality streams where I mess up all the time and get things wrong. So I don't want to do too many in the 737 until like it's second nature. Oh, here we go. Turning on in. Right, how are we doing? 181 to Pampu. We need 85 miles. So we are... I'm going to call it about 90 miles away from top of descent. Hey Dylan, you're right. You're back. But this, I think, is where we start to head inland a little bit, start to hug the coastline that little bit tighter. I'll do my best, TK. I'll do my best. I mean, I'm not entirely sure of the best strategy to use other than descending early enough such that I hit my target altitude earlier than I need to, and then I can use that time when I'm leveled off to slow down. But beyond that, I feel like I'm a little bit lacking in that department. So if you've got any tips, I'd love to hear them. I'm not sure about the weather radar. I don't think so. Tried to fly the A320 in Microsoft Flight Sim, it didn't go well. You'll get there, Tom, don't worry. You know, I can say with 100% confidence that I was dreadful the first time I tried. And some would possibly argue that there's still room for improvement. But the only way to get better is to do it. So don't worry about it. It's that journey of learning, figuring it out. That's I think is what keeps most of us coming back. like I've said from the start, this channel is not the place for me to be professing my brilliance. It is a place to document my learning. Fly in manage mode, VNAV. Yeah, this doesn't have VNAV. That's the problem. Pace, as long as I can hit 250 before 10,000. Yeah. TK, I've got a funny feeling I may disappoint you today, but Houston to Joburg, that'd be a cool flight. Trouble is, I haven't got the time for the long haul at the moment. That's the problem. Just haven't got that time free to do it. There'll come a point when I do, but it's tricky. So we need 85 to get from where we are to 2,000 feet per minute. Aberdeen to London. Yeah, that'd be a quick trip. That would be about what, an hour and a bit? Hour and a half? Maybe two? Maybe? Yeah. I'm gonna go hour and a half. Would be my estimate. Aberdeen is quite far north in Scotland, isn't it? Hey, Foot. Good to see you. How you doing? Quick question. Ooh. Go on then. Yeah, London to Amsterdam's cool. Very cool. Not a particularly long flight either, so it's a really cool one if you want to get some experience of doing a full flight. But not have it take too long. Flight ideas. Where I can fly, it can be 50 minutes to 2 hours. Wow. Tom was literally just saying London to Amsterdam or Aberdeen to London. Paris to Bristol is quite a well-flown real-world route within that time budget. Be able to send a 767 well, to Amsterdam every day from London. Quite impressive. That is a big old bird, isn't it, to be doing that short hop, but I guess if you've got the demand. I got to fly on a 737 to Spain once. That was from the UK. And, you know, Spain to the UK is generally served by A320s, 737s, but we were due to fly on an A320 from Stansted, I believe, down to Alicante. And we get to the airport and they're like, we're very sorry, there's a 10-hour delay. And everyone's like, what? It's like getting real mad. And in the end, they were like, we're going to try and fix the plane. But they basically gave up, and They flew down a 767 empty from Manchester to Stansted to pick us up, and then we all got on it and went down to Spain. And obviously it's a massive plane, so that everyone was sat with like 3 spare seats around them, because the A320 we were going on apparently wasn't a sold out flight in any case. Hey, Cod Ranger. Cod as in Call of Duty COD, or Cod the fish? Innsbruck, yeah, I've done Innsbruck before. Maybe not on stream though. Maybe not on stream. Right, enter destination data. I don't have any destination data because the silly thing won't give it to me. I'm trying to see if I can tune Queenstown. Christchurch. It's just too far out still, isn't it? See you later, Tom. Take it easy. Right. We're getting very, very close. To our top of descent. Problem I've got, just won't give it to me. It's all NAs. If I can re-pull it. Don't know why it's doing that. Maybe I can get it from in here. Yeah, I don't know where I would go to get it, actually. I mean, I give the impression like I know my way around it, but actually I know certain routes around it, but beyond that I get a bit lost. So I'm not entirely sure where I would go. Messages? Okay. Hang on, I need to sort out my descent in a moment. Let's sort this out first. Hold that thought, TK. Hold that thought. Right. Atis. Give me, but you've lost me. Right, ATSU. AOC. It's Atis. Go to our arrival. Seems to be doing a lot when I click on things. If I click on arrival, and then what do I do? Send? Then we'll go back to messages. D8 is not available. What happens if I press print? Do I get a print out? Here it comes, look. CLR. Hang on. Do I need to go back? Clear that message. I'll clear these messages. I'm probably doing this all wrong, aren't I? Go to the ICAO. Oh, I'm lost now. So NZQN. Yeah, am I doing this right? I don't know if I'm doing this right. Possibly making a massive mess of this. Oh, okay. Never mind, we'll just enjoy the views for now. Maybe Queenstown will appear on here in a moment. Still nothing. How weird. Weird indeed. I guess I could Google it, but that would maybe be representative of what the game thinks it is. Okay, 1007. It's only 2 degrees. How are we doing? How far have we got to go? 42 miles to go. Let's start cranking up our rate of descent. Do one last check. Okay, so I've got the wind from Googling. At 190 at 9. Never sure what to put in the barrow field. Not sure where to find that information. Okay, so we're about 1 or 2 minutes away from being at 15,000 feet, and we've got 20 miles to do it, which is cool because we can use the time to slow ourselves down. Right, nice. So let's sit here and get our speed down to 250. Let's make that 230. Do a gradual descent down to 10,000 from here. No, we won't. No, we won't. Silly boy. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Can't go below 15 till Pampu. Which is here. What a view! What an amazing view. So we've got 15 miles to our next waypoint, where we need to be at, oops, 10,000. So I think we can probably drop our descent rate quite significantly, which may help us bring that speed under control. Yeah, what a view. Can we stay at 10,000 for a further 4 miles after our next waypoint at Ekfox? Oh, I haven't flown to Madeira yet. That's a good point. Good call. Is it me? Or are we just too low? I'm doing what the charts are telling me, but this feels dangerously close to those mountains there. Is anyone else getting those vibes? I mean, I'll do what it tells me and just see what happens, but... Yeah, Wellington's hardcore. Indy, how's it going? Really hoping we turn really soon, because kind of feels like we're going to smack into that hillside if we're... At least it does drop away slightly. That feels way too close. Anyone else getting bad vibes from this? Or was it just me? If the charts say, then it must be right. Right? We'll take a look out the passenger window. Yeah, I mean, we're going to clear it. It's just... it's awful close, isn't it? Alright. Look at that. That is an approach, isn't it? Looks like there could be a load of stuff about to pop in. Yeah, I know what you're saying, TK. It just strikes me as it's not quite right, you know? Yeah. Right, what are we doing? 7.5, 6, 7. See what it does if we do managed. Will it do it? Hey Nick, you're back just in time. Things are about to get a little interesting. Look at this. Absolutely unbelievable. There's so many mountains. Yeah, this is Queensland, New Zealand. So I'm following in a chart. I'm just praying the chart is right, because it feels like we could be taken in some very strange directions. Potentially into the side of a mountain if we're not careful. Yeah, thanks Tom. It's crazy. I hit 1250 today as well. That's absolutely bizarre to me, that. Alright, let's get our flaps ready to go. Where is it sending us now? Damn, this is a real weird approach, isn't it? Let's go down to 5,100. This looks more like it. This looks more like it. Down through this valley, I remember this. Ooh. Stressed.com. Nice. We're a little bit behind schedule, about 1,000 feet. We're going to have to make that up. I'm sorry, TK. I really am sorry, buddy. Why am I doing that? Oh, we just made it. Right, 4-2, 4-2, let's go. No go-arounds today. Not today. Not on my watch. So I'm going to do a visual approach. You all may want one, but I certainly don't. Oh, look at that. Absolutely amazing.
2,500.
There we go. Let's get our gear down. Boom. It's not going to give us any landing stuff, is it? 'Cause we're doing it visually. Here we go then. So gear down. Speed brakes armed. Auto brakes medium. Lights are set. So we should make a turn now and get a visual on the runway. There it is. A little bit high by the look of it. We'll just catch that glide slope. Perhaps I should have descended a bit more on that turn. Quite hard to see the pappies, isn't it, from a distance? There they are.
1,000.
1,000, let's go. A little bit low. Just a touch. I feel like I'm snaking in a little bit here. Better.
500. 400.
Yeah, definitely coming in a bit low. That's better.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
There's no way that's 5 feet. There we go. A little bit on the late side. We're down. Yeah, that's I don't know if we can see. Look at that. Whoops. Turns out I can't steer while looking out the passenger window. Who knew? What an incredible approach. That was really quite challenging. I was wondering there if a go around would be needed. Definitely you got that wind with that mountain to your left. That makes it quite a challenge. Where should we go? I don't even know where I'm going. Let's go up here. Solid 6.5 out of 10. Appreciate it. It felt like we were higher than we were. When it said 5, it felt like we were almost at like 20. But then it did touch down fairly rapidly, so maybe I completely misjudged that. I don't know. Look at the scenery. This must be like a favourite for people in real life, for sure. Absolutely remarkable. Well, it looks like there's nowhere to park. When's the next stream? Tomorrow morning, 9:30 AM. Be there or not, I guess. Yeah, the plan is tomorrow is to continue our Australian tour. So we're going to be going from... Where did we land last time? We landed in... Here's the short width for the runway. Oh, that's probably it, actually. Yeah, you're absolutely bang on. Can I do the stream later? I have school. So what I do, I'm doing 2 streams in the morning and 2 streams in the evening. So this time of night or day, depending where you are, is for Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I do Monday and Wednesday in the morning. So 2 mornings, 2 evenings for me. And that way I try to be able to catch most of the people most of the time. And it just happens that that's all the time I have available anyway. Like I have to do it in the morning on Monday, otherwise I can't do it at all. Day after tomorrow's evening. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Tuesdays and Thursdays are evenings. Mondays and Wednesdays are mornings. Very confusing, I know. But yeah, it's just me working with kind of the fragments of time I have free to do this. And I do love doing it, so I try and carve out the time where I can. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know, maybe someday we can have more time to do it. Maybe I'll get monetized and I can go full time. God, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Somehow, I doubt that will happen. But we can dream. We can dream. Atlanta. As in a destination, TK? I feel like maybe. Maybe. That's an interesting comment though about the width of the runway. Absolutely bang on now I think about it in hindsight. It's like, yeah, that absolutely did throw me off. Oh, they've got challenges. Cool. I will look into that. Nice. Yeah, cheers Tom. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Always good to see you. As always, I will rate the landing. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Well, listen, hopefully I can see you on Thursday evening for the evening stream if you're about. That'd be cool. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to continue our Australian tour. We're going to take off from Darwin because that's where we landed last, and I forget where we're going to go, but it's somewhere between Darwin and Perth. And for the life of me now, I can't think where it is. I was a bit too late. Luckily, I didn't miss the approach. Yeah. No, you're absolutely bang on though. Now you say that, it's like, yeah, that runway was really narrow. And it gave me the impression that I was way higher than I was. As soon as it said 5, I was like, oh, I must have set my altimeter wrong or something. Because there's no way I'm at 5. And then you sort of hear the of the wheels, and it's like, okay, I guess I was. I will definitely remember tonight for that reason. I appreciate you pointing that out, I really do. Oh, Europe's here, look out. We've just landed Europe, you're late, unless you were here the whole time. Just about to end the stream. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30. Darwin to somewhere, I can't remember where it is. I'm going to have to Google it. Never mind. Hopefully see you on the next one. But yeah, tomorrow morning 9:30, Darwin to somewhere. Darwin to somewhere. Where was it? I can't think. Basically, Darwin to Perth is like 4 hours, and I don't have 4 hours to fly tomorrow. But I could do a 2-hour flight. So if I can split that one, that'd be quite cool. That'd be cool. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream. Sorry, Europe. I do appreciate you there. Just like turn up. Yeah, bye. Stream off. Yeah, hopefully catch you on the next one. I'll leave the video up if you're at all interested. And yeah, cheers TK. Good to have you in the chat. And good to see you again. You all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Take care.